A lot of people out here going for walks that I didn't see walk all 2021, doing their New Year's resolution. I'm going to walk every morning. Well, all right. Driving my car going, a lot of new faces out here on these sidewalks. But it's only the 3rd, so we'll see if they're still out there the 15th. Most people fail like 10 days in to their New Year's resolution. Except for this one guy. He's got to be 6 foot, 450 pounds. Big dude. He's at the obesity where he has to kick his legs out left and right just to get another step in. It's kind of like he has a peg leg for both legs, like 2 wooden legs, except for these were the ones he was born with. He just ate himself into looking like a pirate. But I'm rooting for him, man. He started walking December 15th. So he was like, fuck this. I'm not going to wait till 2022. I'm going to get a head start. So that's how you do it. My New Year's resolution is, I got a few of them. Cold showers only. I cheated day 2. I did a room temperature shower because I'm going to bed. But yeah, cold showers. Supposed to keep you awake. The hot showers are nice, don't get me wrong. Love a hot shower. But it just, after the gym or something, it kind of like makes you want to take a nap. So cold showers, and it forces you to breathe, like, correctly. They say most people forget how to breathe properly at like 12, or like if you ever experience some kind of trauma, just throws off your breathing cycle. So yeah, cold showers, and no negative thoughts at all. That one's been a struggle already, day 3, but at least I'm aware of it. As soon as I get like any kind of negative thought, could be anything, I'm like, nope, positive only up here. Only positive thoughts in this dome piece. And then no second guessing. So we talked about this, I think like episode 30, but it was just about how, don't second guess anything. How do you say this without sounding like an idiot? Has that stopped you before, Sean? What I mean is, like, all right, let's look at the new breakout stars, the Island Boys, okay, covered in tattoos. They sung Island Boy, not the best musically talented artists, but that's the point. They didn't second guess themselves. They just kept making quote unquote freestyles from their pool. And now look at them. 0 second guessing leads you to stardom. So if you guys see a lot of weak or lame or weird ass videos on Instagram or anything in the near future, just know that I'm no longer going to be like, this one's not good enough to release. I got to fix this. No, I'm just putting everything out, dude. Everything. So we'll see what hits and what doesn't. But I'm done playing the game of like, I'm such my own worst critic, and I know a lot of people are, but I'll be like, this doesn't live up to my standards, so I'm not gonna release it. But now I'm like, you go on TikTok or something, and you just see someone doing the dumbest thing, and it's like 15 million views, and now they're selling like T-shirts, and you're like, well, what is this? I go, oh, it's not the 90s anymore. Just whatever you're doing, man, just toss it out there. You never know. Anyway, fireworks are still going off. Any event, so like July 4th, people will start launching fireworks in June. I guess they're testing them out to make sure that they're going to be good enough for July 4th. And then after July 4th, probably till about the 9th or the 12th, the fireworks will start to die down. It's just, people are just like, I guess we have a lot of extras. It's just so weird. Something about Florida. I remember growing up, I had a stash of like 4,000 bottle rockets in this like antique drawer we had in our garage. And it was just a stash. We'd ride around town shooting them out of my 1993 Buick Regal while driving. It was like a ghetto version of James Bond. It was like, instead of having missiles shooting out of the headlights of my Aston Martin, 4 of my friends riding around throwing bottle rockets at McDonald's or Applebee's, one of the fine dining restaurants in my hometown. So yeah, Christmas was good. Hope yours was well. Hope you had a great New Year's. Thanks for coming back. Good to see you in 2022. I spent it with family for the first time in 5 years, and it reminded me why I stay away for so long. I'm just kidding. It was great, man. I got to talk to my sisters a lot about stuff that happened when we were growing up, and it was just cool to like, I don't know, it was like just like relief, and it felt good to be around family. And got a set of golf clubs from my dad for my birthday / Christmas. I was born on the 21st, so it's like, people always give you that. People try to give you one gift, like, oh, this is birthday and Christmas. I'm like, nah, bitch, 2 separate packages. Okay, people try to give you this is a super gift. It's it's a combo gift. It's like, no, it's not. Can you legally change your birth date? I guess you can. People change their last name. I'm sure they'll let you eventually. You can put an X on your driver's license now to be non-binary. So, I mean, there really is no rules. See, I got a set of clubs from my dad. That was awesome. I guess for Christmas I got a club, like an extra club to add to the set. It's a square driver. It's got a square head on it, which is it's not really common with golf clubs. But yeah, we were out there. I got to play 18. I call it the Supreme Leader because it's shaped like Kim Jong's head. So it is fun to pull it out of the bag. I'm going to see if I can get a custom golf head cover of Kim Jong. People are like, why the hell do you have Kim Jong's head on your golf bag? Like, oh, no, it's the cover for my golf club, the Supreme Leader. That's what I call it. The Supreme Leader. So, yeah, I played 18. Didn't do too bad. Had a few great shots. The first 8 holes sucked, and I only hit 1 house, so that's a plus. First time I played in a long time, I think it was like a couple months ago. Yeah, I was just hitting houses, man. Just fucking every single shot you just heard off the roof of someone's clay tile home. And but yeah, I hit a condo. That's what I hit. And I don't know if it was the window or the 3rd floor, but yeah, I hit it way over the green. I just wanted to hit it straight, dude. I was tired of hitting them in the water and in the woods. And yeah, I heard a huge pop, and I was like, oh yeah, that was the condo. And then I couldn't find it, so it must have hit the condo and then went into the woods, which I was hoping I'd use the condo as like a backboard, but no, lost yet again, another ball. And I got to play on a closed course Christmas Day. I ran out onto the golf course, played the same hole twice. There was nobody out there, so a closed course to me is a free course. Just put it that way. So yeah, hit down, putted, and then ran all the way back to the top. And it was hot, so I was like, wow. Without the golf cart, dude, it's a different game. You're like, damn, I'm going to walk this whole thing. Then I fought a snake at my mom's afterwards. It was by the pool. It was just a giant black racer. I guess they're not poisonous, but, I'm not going to just kill it. I'm on a new, spiritual thing. Oh, that's another life form. Who am I? Who am I to harm it? This house is in its habitat, We built these roads and these houses. It didn't choose for us to live here. And so, yeah, I'm not going to just hit it in the head with a shovel. So I was trying to get it out, though. And I had a golf club and a pool noodle. And I was trying to I had the door open, but it was in the corner of the screen. It just kept running into the screen. Because I guess, I don't know, what does snakes see? Snakes only see thermal, like heat vision. By the way, who comes up with that? How do you know? Hey, snake, do you see like us? The snake's like, no, I see thermal. Like, how the fuck? Who comes up with that? It's like people are like, oh, the sun is 93 million miles away. Dude, no one was out there with a ruler in a space shuttle. How far? 92 million miles. All right, let's keep going. So I'm just trying to get this damn snake out, but it just keeps running into the screen. So every time I hooked it with the golf club and it would just try to attack me, it was like, I wanted no problems. I'm like, dude, I'm on your team here. I'm just trying to get you out back into the wild. And then it bit the pool noodle and latched on. And that's when I was like, all right, this is real. Yeah, because I hit the joint thinking like, oh, I just played some golf. I'm going to smoke a little, go get something to eat, hang out. But now I'm just high fighting a snake. And then when it bit the pool noodle, I was like, oh, it's real. This is not a game. It was jumping high. It was like, it's crazy, dude. This thing was jumping like 4 feet in the air every time I would make contact with it because it was just in this thing was so scared. So it was weird. We were like both scared of each other at the same time. And so, yeah, I finally got him out. I could really see me getting into like, being just one of those like Steve Irwin type people that just roll up and just handle reptiles, dude. Especially when you're high, you're like, dude, this is like some real National Geographic shit I'm doing right here. So yeah, saved it, got him out. So yeah, that was cool, man. Got the snake out, and then I had this thought when I was fighting it with the pool noodle. I'm like, oh, does this snake think that the blue pool noodle is like a python? Like what is it? If it really sees heat, like what does it think this thing is that's fighting it? But yeah, that was pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Speaking of wildlife, I did get in a standoff with squirrels. So in my apartment complex, everybody has a separate trash can. Like you have the trash can in your kitchen, then there's a separate one that you put out in front of the building or in front of your door, and then you put the trash from inside out there, and then this like service, this valet trash service comes and picks it up, which just creates problems because there's like bugs and, squirrels apparently come up and rip people's trash open. It's just like a mess, It's like, why don't you just keep a dumpster in the parking lot and then put like a fence around it, like a nice wooden fence or something like every other place? But no, you got to pay $30 a month for valet trash, which is just squirrels trying to get into your trash can. So yeah, I come upstairs. There's 4 squirrels trying to get in my trash. And I'm like, don't you guys eat acorns? Like, what is this? Like it's wild. Same thing with when I was in LA with my buddy Adam, we would like throw stuff at this squirrel and it would go nuts for like bread, and like we threw like a piece of apple pie and a bagel, and it would just go like, dude, this is so much better than acorns. So yeah, I guess these squirrels are just running upstairs trying to get people's like leftover Dominoes or whatever. And so 3 of the squirrels were just staring at me. One of them dipped immediately down the other set of stairs. And then so I'm just kind of like in this weird standoff with the squirrels because I'm like, dude, they're quick. So I was like, all right, if one of them comes at me, I'm going to punch this one. I'm going to roundhouse kick this other one. But I was so outnumbered. And they were staring at me like, is this go time? Like what? They were waiting for me to make a move. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to go in my apartment. And then one of them darted straight towards me. And I was like, oh, this is it. My adrenaline against these 4 squirrels was way higher than when 2 people ran up on me in Brooklyn. I was like, this squirrel's a different animal, bro. Just bites your neck. So yeah, one of them took off running straight at me, and then it ran between my legs, and then it did like a burnout, like when like the cartoon characters are like running in place, but their legs are moving super fast. That's kind of what the squirrel did around the corner. Didn't have any traction. It almost actually flew off the stairs. It was so scared. But then I was just like, whew, all right. And now every time I come home, there's always like a couple squirrels just waiting on me. And I'm like, dude, one of these, I can't keep my guard down now in my own building. I got to keep my head on a swivel in case one of these squirrels tries to get up on me. So yeah, man, episode 77 to kick off the new year. Again, man, hope you guys are good. Wishing you health, wealth, and most importantly, happiness, because without happiness, none of the other shit really matters. So I know plenty of miserable millionaires, and it's funny to see someone just get in a Porsche upset. You're like, why are you mad? Oh, because you hate your life. That's right. Alrighty. Yeah, episode 77. Let's get into it.
You want to smoke something? You've seen him perform all over LA. Give it up for Sean Madden, everybody.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
This joke's not going to go well. You gotta let it fly. All right, the first article of the new year. My boy Joel Osteen back in the news. If you're new to the show, a lot of you know that I'm a big fan of Joel Osteen. Not necessarily, he's probably not the best. I don't know the guy, all right? I just know he writes motivational books, and he has a stadium for a church where he speaks about Jesus every Sunday. And to me, that's a good man. I don't care if a plumber found $600,000 cash in the wall of his church. All right, so this is the some of you might have seen the story. It's been blasted everywhere, but plumber found $600,000 in cash in the wall of Joel Osteen's church. and he says he deserves a reward. So let's play the video. I know some of the videos I've been playing last year, I would listen back, and it would either be way too loud or way too quiet. This one, I think, is only playing out of the left speaker because it's only coming out of the left headphone. So if you're in the car listening to this, or you got your AirPods in or whatever, it's not your thing isn't broken, or you don't need to take your car in to get it looked at. It is just this news clip.
That's probably the most exciting thing that I've ever seen or done in my life.
The plumber who found a stash of cash and checks inside the walls at Lakewood Church says he should be rewarded.
I didn't solve their case, but I solved very key important clues as to what could or may have happened there.
In fact, Houston police say the discovery could be linked to the case back in 2014 after someone stole $600,000 from the megachurch.
I thought somebody had a little stash.
At the time of the theft, Crime Stoppers offered a $25,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. But because of how the plumber found the loot and the expired statute of limitations on this particular felony theft case, the man will not get any money.
That doesn't preclude Lakewood from giving him a reward or accommodation from HPD, congratulating him on doing the right thing. But unfortunately, Crime Stoppers is out of the picture at that point.
If the plumber had not fixed the loose toilet at the church, the money would still be in the walls. And now Houston police say the investigation is ongoing.
I feel like I should get something, I feel like some type of reward should get,
Man, shut your ass up. I feel like some kind of reward should be given to me. Now, you were fixing a loose toilet. You found Joel's stolen $600,000 in cash underneath it. Your reward would have been putting $50,000 in your tool bag and leaving after you fix the toilet. That would have been your reward. And no one would have known. You had to go to the media, be a little rat snitch. Joel's probably pissed. Fuck. They found the $600K. Dude, Joel Osteen is a stand-up comedian. A high-paid stand-up comedian who does shows every Sunday. And he sells books. He literally opens with a joke every sermon. I listened to an audio clip of him on Apple Music just as a joke with Chip in the car. And he literally starts, he's like, all right, church, before we get started, he was like, a man had his 50th wedding anniversary in China. And someone asked the man, how did you stay married for 50 years? He said, well, when I had my 50th anniversary in China, I was picking up my wife from like the trip. Like he basically said like he left her there in China for like 45 years, and that's how the marriage lasted. And then after telling this like abandoning your wife joke, he's like, all right, church, open your Bibles. I'm like, this guy's a freaking legend. And now $600,000 went missing. And this plumber found it. Oh, I think I deserve a reward. No, that's Joel's stash, my guy. That's freaking bail money when it all comes crashing down. Dude, how this is why this guy is a legend, bro. $600K in the walls of his own church. Holy shit. He's like, I gotta put it somewhere in Jesus' name. They'll search the jet. They'll search my house. But they won't search the house of God. That's where I'm gonna put my $600K. This dude is Joel Osteen. Absolute legend. I would smoke a joint with Joel Osteen, as I've said on this show, and I will continue to speak it into existence. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, a lot of AI articles. We're talking a lot about robots the last few episodes. And, someone's got to keep you informed on what's going on here. Maybe that's my calling, is to broadcast every week, and we all keep an eye on artificial intelligence together, because this is out of hand. China made the world's first artificial intelligence equipped judge. Gives 97% of the decisions right. That doesn't even make, is that even like a proper sentence? Gives 90%. I don't know how I feel about a robot sentencing me to prison, and it gives a 97% accurate decision. Who comes Who's judging the AI's accurate decision? We've officially stepped into the world of not good. Can you imagine, bro? Just according to my calculations, you are going to serve 25 years to life in prison. And then you just get handcuffed and you can't dispute. You can't dispute AI. Oh, boy. China has created a judge equipped with artificial intelligence, which is the first of its kind. This AI-equipped judge gives 97% correct decisions after listening to verbal arguments. It is produced by Shanghai Pudong People's the Busy Prosecution Office. Wow, they probably have just so many prisoners. They're like, we just need a robot to just be like innocent, guilty. From supercomputers to robots, China has created a judge equipped with artificial intelligence, which is the first of its kind. Yeah, we already went over that. The office claimed that in some cases, this AI-equipped judge can replace prosecutors during the decision-making process. This machine can be used on a desktop computer. This AI judge analyzes billions of data in the system. It has been built using thousands of cases from around the world. These cases are from the 2015 to 2020. Well, hopefully the OJ, Casey Anthony manuscripts aren't in this robot. Well, that would be nice though. If you get the OJ AI where they're just like not guilty, you're like, whoa, thank God. Thank God for the OJ Simpson malfunction in the AI algorithm. Its ability, 130-year-old time capsule found under the Statue of America. What? Would it just blend into a new article about the Statue of Liberty? All right. I swear, dude, these articles are designed to make me read out loud and just sound like an idiot. Because they'll throw up an ad. They'll have typos. I use it's my fault for using like random. This is the Hindustan News Hub. Never even heard of it. But yeah, came across this article. And I don't know. What are your thoughts? In the Hall Podcast at Gmail. Do you think, would you rather be sentenced by an old dude or woman with one of those hammers or just a laptop that says you're fucked? I don't know. It's not good either way, but I don't know. At least like a human. So weird, man. Just all day, you're just standing in a line, and a computer goes, "Yeah, you're done. Yes or no," and then you literally can't dispute it. You're like, "Oh, I'm not." What if they just replace everything with robots? You're just sitting there, and robots are just arguing back and forth. There's a computer making your case. Like they're like, "Well, that's not." He's not the murderer because his shoe is a different size. And then the other robot's like, he could have wore the wrong size shoes to commit the murder. And then the AI jury is like, oh, we are going to have to think about this a little bit longer. And then a little bit longer for AI is like 2 seconds. It's just loading your verdict. It's on like 99%. It says buffering. Just that little ball spinning. You're just sitting there sweating like, oh no. It's like, what is it? Ding, like an easy bake oven. Ding. It's over for you. Oh my gosh. And there's another, like I said, this is a robot heavy episode. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about. There's this thing called a Moxie, and it's a robot designed for kids as like a companion to them. So this is like the next step. Parents are already just giving their kids iPads at restaurants and in the car, just saying like, yeah, we'll let frickin' TikTok raise you or whatever these kids are watching. And yeah, dude, it's this thing called a Moxie. Again, I think this audio clip will be better in both speakers. But again, I don't know. I always think the volume is either too low, and then I listen back and it's just blaring. So I apologize to anyone whose ears I've blown out in 2021. But yeah, let's look at this thing called a Moxie. Play the video here. So it's a kid just sitting at a table, coloring, being antisocial, probably trying to learn how to build an AR-15. His parents come in. His mom, it's a commercial, obviously, but his mom just looks like the classic, Riley. Hey, Riley. Just overprotective. Dad in the back, horrible hairline, going bald. Probably voted for Biden.
Riley. Hi.
Hi.
There's someone here who wants to meet you.
Oh, now the parents brought in the robot. Oh, my God.
My name is Moxie. I'm a new robot. What is your name?
I'm Riley.
It's nice to meet you, Riley. What do you do to get ready for bed?
Brush my teeth and read a story.
I love stories. Would you read a story to me?
Oh, here comes the dad coming into frame.
Sure. Rita woke with a lovely dream, still fresh in her mind, gracefully gliding across the shimmering ice rink.
Last one. Breathing exercises always help me relax. Riley, we have a new mission. Would you make a drawing for me?
So this thing just basically makes it so the parents can go to Vegas while Moxie, the friendly robot, makes this kid color. This is the beginning of like every horror movie.
I'm so excited for you to tell me about the dentist. I've never been to one.
And the mom just pulled out her phone and had like stats on her son because the robot. Okay, so it's like a little blue. It's probably 2 feet tall. It's like this little turquoise humanoid looking thing. And then it has a screen for a face. And then some kind of camera on the forehead who's probably broadcasting to Epstein Island.
You don't have teeth.
But I can still smile. And then what happened?
He said he didn't want to play with me anymore.
Thank you for telling me about your day. Sometimes holding a friend's hand makes me feel better. Do you want to try squeezing my hand?
So what's our new mission, Moxie?
You'll need paper and a pencil. We are going to make some kind notes.
So what's our new mission, Moxie? We are going to destroy the human race. Okay, Moxie. You can start by going to your school with a fully automatic... Dude, this is crazy. So this thing is just raising your kid. It's like, color me a picture, read me a story, hold my hand, you know. And then the mom and dad just kind of check in on the kid whenever throughout this commercial. He's sleeping. The mom finds the drawings on the nightstand. I mean, dude, this Moxie, it's. I mean, it might help some kids. Don't get me wrong. You know, some kids that are antisocial, just weirdo kids. You know, they might need a little. I mean, Jimmy Neutron had that robot dog, Goddard, and that was cool. So, I mean, who am I to say that this robot's not going to help people? But it's probably going to not help people. Parents are going to definitely see the Moxie as a babysitter that you charge every night. And, they're just going to be on Facebook. Whoa, Cancun 2022. People will be commenting, don't you have a son named Riley? And they go, yeah, but we bought him this. We bought him a Moxie girl. So you know what? Unlimited mimosas. Moxie's got Riley.
For this mission, you'll need to talk to one of your friends about what makes them happy, and then tell me all about it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What the fuck is this?
Can we invite Mason over to play?
Sure.
I have a new mission. We're gonna talk about things that make us happy. Bye, Moxie.
See you soon.
Nuts. Because soft skills are essential skills. Oh, they have comments turned off because they knew there was going to be a slaughterfest on the YouTube page. Dude, what do you guys think about robots raising kids? And what happens when the kid just is a piece of shit and the Moxie's trying to... Is the algorithm of the AI in this Moxie good enough to be like, you know, we don't say that when this kid turns 12, you know, and his Moxie's sitting there next to him, his little robot, he's on Call of Duty, he's screaming the N-word like all these 12-year-old kids do. You know, that's the classic joke. And the Moxie's like, we don't say that. And the kid's like, you shut the fuck up, Moxie. He just punts it across the room. Ow, that hurt. Why are you doing this, Riley? He's just dragging it. Straps rockets to its back like Sid did in Toy Story to Buzz Lightyear. I don't know, dude. What do you guys think about inthehallpodcast@gmail.com? Send any comments, concerns, hate mail. We'll read it all. You could be anonymous or you could put your name, whatever. But yeah, man, I just want to hear from you guys. 2022. Send any topics or comment on the episode, man. What we can talk about it the week after. Your response. But dude, this is, I don't know. Check it out, dude. Moxie. It's called Embodied Moxie. Apparently, it's just to like give kids social skills. But I think people are supposed to give people social skills, not robots. But anyway, that's the future we're living in. And yeah, man, episode 77. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys next week.
You want to smoke something?
You've seen him perform all over LA. Give it up for Sean Madden, everybody.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
This joke's not going to go well.